Shoot. All right. Nice. Hey, Bob. Just finished getting set up here. How you doing tonight, Bob? Yeah, if one of you guys want to pop up here before the crazy people come in. All right, I think I got that part set up. Hey, Bob.
Okay, that's better. How are you?
All right.
How was your day?
Okay. Didn't get really much done today, but
Civic service.
Jan or Matt, if you want to hop up, just click on the link. Otherwise, I'll take it down, so I don't have any
Weirdos.
Yeah.
How's that pumpkin beer, Jan?
I got to get around to getting everybody's email address and
do it that way.
Yeah.
Probably be easier.
Yeah, I think I got yours, but
yeah,
I'll just have to take a day, and I got an idea of who I'd always invite up anyway. So
right. Well, something bad here. This morning's 39, so I had the flat heater on earlier, turned it off. I just turned it back and sort of starting to get cool again. But I'm not ready to fire up that boiler and end up paying National Grid $100,000.
Yeah, it's getting cool at night down here. I think they're expecting to get down in the 30s sometime this week. But it's been in the 40s at night here. And
yeah, it's supposed to go down to about 34 tonight here, 35, whatever it is. And then we're supposed to be warm right up until Friday. And then it goes back down into the 30s.
Yeah.
Yeah, for dinner we had leftovers. I had some leftover homemade chicken soup. I made some ham salad. That's pretty much it. We really don't. I'm really in the mood for a big dinner on Sundays. I usually don't cook like that.
Yeah, we just had cube steak and mashed potatoes tonight.
That's cool.
So
Yeah, I'm finishing up people's boxes and
hi, Fred and Christy.
getting them all put together. I've got some other stuff going out. I got other stuff coming in. Trying to get things going. Bonnie's been off for the last since like Wednesday. She worked here Wednesday, Thursday, Friday from home. And then she was working on her schoolwork. So she goes back to work tomorrow. Not that I don't like her home, but I get more done when she's not.
Yeah.
Hi, Fred and Christie's Adventures. Yeah, I got to take the air conditioner out of the bedroom window. I think it's time. I don't think I'm going to need that anymore.
Hi, Mike and Tam.
Hi, Mike and Tam. So other than that, yeah, they took down my live stream from last night. They blocked it from one song. So what I did is I took it out and I'm getting ready to put it back up.
Yeah. That was fun last night. I enjoyed it. It's been a while since we did that.
Oh, yeah. I was talking to Bonnie about that this morning when we were having breakfast. I told her that. I said it seemed like everybody, and we haven't done that in a real long time.
Yeah.
So maybe we can I don't know. I mean, BTD and Rhonda last night, and they were exhausted. I mean, I get that from working and doing whatever they were doing. But I'm hoping we'll do karaoke again soon.
Yeah, I've been exhausted myself. So.
Oh, trust me.
I have so many things I need to do around the house, and all what I've done this weekend is basically sleep and
eat, drink, and be merry.
I unfortunately going shopping for things.
You're like me. I dread going out. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, if I'm out with Bonnie or I'm out with my daughter, I'm okay. But going into the market and people are just Bojans, and it's like, yeah. You know, so yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Just to let you know, I don't know if you knew or not, but that pie recipe I put up it's on the channel.
Oh, yeah. I'll have to check it out.
But other than that, I've been watching a movie. I don't know if you ever saw the movie, The Amazing Life of Timothy Green.
No.
Really great movie. It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
I watched this one today, Dan. You would die laughing. It's called Vampires in Brooklyn. Do you remember the movie, The Lost Boys?
Yeah. Let's see. I might have seen that one. Is that? Let's see. I remember watching. I think it was a vampire movie where the main vampire was. Gosh, I can't remember the actor, but he is the famous black actor.
No,
not it. Okay.
This one here is just kind of like a spoof on Lost Boys.
Oh,
you know, but it's funny as heck. But it's well done. It's got a great storyline, but it's just funny.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I said, I watched that, went and had some dinner. I was watching. Really haven't done anything today. Just being lazy. It's Sunday.
Yeah, just been so drained. But today, after I dropped my mom off at her work, I went to Lowe's to get some stuff for different projects around the house, and it's like all the stuff I went to go get. I was checking it out, reading the reviews for it. It's like just about all the reviews for the stuff that I was thinking about getting were like, "Oh, don't waste your money on this. It falls apart in this amount of time." And
Yep.
I'm like, "Oh yeah, I think I'll wait and do a little bit more research."
Yep. That's just like some of the cracks I had because it was plaster in the hallway, house shift, cold. You know how that goes. And
Yeah,
it's like, oh, this new stuff works, whatever. All the reviews were like, don't bother. Within like a year, it separates and you have to repatch over. So we just went and got the original plaster of Paris, mixed it in a bucket, right? And patched the
yeah,
hole. But what we did is reinforce it with a patch, lack of a better word. It's like
yeah,
a thin patch, but it's thin, and put it over. Put the thing this way. If it does dry, or it won't have a tendency to crack.
yeah. Well, the only thing I managed to get today was a wet dry back, so I need one of those around the house.
You
But
make mess up like I do too.
so, um,
Why is Bob breaking the rules? You need to see me. Okay, you ready, Dan? All right, there you go. You saw me. There, see, that solves that problem. Where do I normally talk to you from on Sunday nights? From bed. They'll never get it. Yeah, Bonnie's working on finish. She finished her homework and she's working that because they're working on that big $500,000 grant because they're going to redo the Y over it. They need a new elevator because the elevator is 100 and some odd years old and they can't even
yeah.
get for it anymore. So once it goes, they have to put a new elevator in. They're redoing the asbestos removal in the basement. They got to do the roof.
Yeah,
So that's quite a bit of bucks.
yeah.
Hello, Kendra.
Hi, Kendra. You want to come up? I got the link up there. Sexy Matt, if you want to, or John or Jan.
Or anybody else on that line.
Well, as long as I know who you are. Because if I don't know you, I'm not letting you up.
What I should have done is change my icon and put my name, Hey You. I wonder if you would have let me up. Who is that?
Probably not.
Wow, Dad. But yeah, it's I'll tell you what, Bonnie and I were having dinner, it got dark here, no word of lie, it looked like it was gonna snow.
Yeah.
It got dark. I was like, oh no, way too early.
Hi, Danielle.
Hi, Danielle.
You want to come up, Danielle?
How's your dog?
Huh?
How's your dog?
She's doing okay. She's getting okay, Danielle. I had to take the link down so I don't get any real other trolls in here. But I'll throw it up there if you want. Okay. Yeah, I tried to get her to get in the van so I could go take her to pick up my mom, and she hesitates to get into the van, and then it just causes her to fall. So today she tried once and she fell because she hesitated, and then I couldn't get her to try again. So I think she's starting to get hip problems. So, which is I think it's common for her breed anyway.
We're trying to get Buddy to stop running the stairs so quick. He literally jumps from my stairs go 3 down and then bend, right, to go down the rest of the way. He'll walk down the first 3, and then he literally, when he runs down, he looks like he's not even touching the stairs. And I'm so afraid he's going to hit the bottom landing and end up knocking himself for a loop. So we've been teaching him how to go slower going down the stairs.
Kendra, I'll try to do the trivia next week. I got the paper. I got a paper trivia question somewhere here, but it'll take me a little bit to find it.
After careful consideration, Dan, I think Kendra has trivia addiction. Just saying, just saying.
Well, I think some of these people are just lucky that I have to type my answers in when I do it on trivia on YouTube.
Oh, I don't know.
I
All
used
right.
to have I used to have so much fun in high school because um, they would pick on me, and their usual thing was telling me that I was stupid and everything. But whenever we had trivia, it was the first person that usually got picked for their trivia team.
Right.
And usually the people that when we did the group trivia thing where we all got to where we broke up in the teams for trivia, and usually when I spoke up with an answer, and it was like, and they didn't believe me. Usually the answer was what I told them it was, and they went with another answer.
Yep.
A couple of times of that happening, some people changed their mind about me being on their team.
He knows what he's talking about, type thing. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, I cleaned off my dresser today. I thought I didn't, the plug that goes into the wall for your phone. I was down to one. Well, now I just found five. They were on my dresser.
Oh,
My dresser scares me. Not saying I'm messy. It's bad habit. I'll be laying here doing different things or whatever, and I'm like, yeah, I'll put this away later, and it goes on my dresser. I'll put this away later, and then ends up a pile of mess.
well, I got a question to ask Kendra and see if she can figure it out. Kendra, if you're singing in the pouring rain, where are you?
Really, really. You're singing in the pouring rain. Where are you?
Yeah,
In the pouring rain.
no,
Okay. Guess I got that one wrong.
you're in Singapore.
Okay, man, I'm leaving now. Okay. Wow. I gotta ask somebody that one.
I got crappy. I got
Hang on, I'll
crappy
be right back.
Hey, I come up with some jokes every now and then. Well, how's everybody else doing? Yeah, I'll try to get some trivia questions together this week, and hopefully, I don't wind up working next Sunday. I'm pretty much guaranteed to be working next Saturday. I'm doing good. I'm just tired. Been working a lot. Okay, Danielle. I have no idea.
sorry about that. My whole computer went black for whatever reason.
That's a good one, Danielle. Uh,
Oh God.
I started something bad, didn't I, Bob? Uh,
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, listen, I'm gonna go back down into the chat, see if somebody else will come up. I'll see you in a bit.
Okay. All right. All right, guys. What I got planned. I'm still working on scheduling some of my vacation days, but I'm planning on doing some time in November to go out and do some filming and stuff, and getting a list of things to do for my cooking videos. So just a matter of me getting up, getting myself, and doing a whole bunch of this stuff instead of just planning. Wow, 12 pounds of peppers. Woo! Yeah, kind of missed some of my jobs where I could actually do some of my own stuff while I was working. Yeah, when I was night auditor at the hotel, I could get a lot of personal work done while I was after I got all the guests taken care of, and before I had to get things set up for the morning, I had at least 4 to 6 hours of where I could basically do whatever I needed to do on my own. Banana pepper ring. Mm. So overnight people greeter. I'm not even sure if the Walmart's here when they were open 24 hours had a people greeter after a certain time at night, because I never saw one. They always had people that were close to the door to where they could keep an eye on the door, make sure people didn't go sneaking out. But yeah, I still, when I'm out on the floor and riding around on my reach truck, I'll have a couple of scratch pieces of papers, and sometimes I'll sit there and I'll be writing things down and for different ideas about different things. Okay, Kendra, as long as you'll be back. Hi, Crystal. Crystal, you want to pop up here? I'll drop the link for you, and if you want to. Yeah, well, what they got now is the little. They still got a person there at the door, but it's more they're more of in a more direct security type deal, right? And but the people greeter was actually a ingenious idea. So, and yeah, the good people greeter, they catch a lot of people that were trying to shoplift and stuff. But yeah, when I worked for Walmart, we had the guy that was people greeter. His name was Howard, and everybody loved him. He was a um, I forget which branch of the military he was, but he served in the military, and then he worked for the phone company for years and retired from the phone company and worked at Walmart. Um, and he enjoyed being the people greeter. Oh, it's good to hear that. I like when people tell me that they're trying out the recipes I make. Hi, Bill. Yeah, your wife told me you tried the green beans. How did they turn out? Yeah, I made a little bit of my own twist on those. Um, and I was actually talking to the librarian at church today, and I was telling her some of the stuff that I changed from the original recipe that I had to what I put in the video. She told me the stuff that I added to, she would have put even more. So, um, but I try to make my recipes so for anybody can uh, so anybody can make it. Well, I guess that means that you enjoyed the recipe that I put out there. So I got a couple other ones that I'm working on, um, and just waiting for the right time for one or two of them that I'm working on, and then some other ones I'm just kind of kicking around the idea of how to do it and stuff. So, and of course, I'm not a professional chef or cook. I just enjoy cooking and sharing it with my friends, and this is doing the cooking videos is one way of doing that. So, um, and boy, I hear it when I miss I miss a video. Oh, well, I have a lot of friends that have actually tasted my cooking, tell me I should open up my own restaurant, but no, I don't think I'm that good. But I can take a recipe, mess around with it a little bit, and make it into something. Um, and I always try to um, make my food taste good. If I can make it look good, good, but I try to make it taste good more than I do um, making it look good. So you make something that looks good, and um, so um, and it really makes me feel good that um, I see a lot of the same people put comment. Um, but, comment each week. That makes me feel good. And all right, well, I will be towards the beginning of December, only the first weekend, I'll be going over to Pigeon Forge in Gatlinburg with family. I'm going to be taking my sister over there. That's going to be her. She says it's her first time over in Gatlinburg, so we're doing that is to thank her for. She usually is the one that watches our house when we're gone. We're going to have my other sister watching the house. So, uh, um, yeah, been looking for different things. And I got one project I'm working on. I'm not getting anywhere with it right now for a video, but so I'm kind of might be looking at doing something different with it. But I have a month to get it done before I have to put it out. So, and trying to think of some stuff to do around town that for the sightseeing and adventure stuff because I want to get some more of that out. And sorry, I'm so tired right now. But been was looking around this weekend for some stuff to do taste test videos, and I get a lot of good response off my taste test videos, and I'm going to be trying trying a few different things to improve on the taste test videos. So, and so you can tell from the my last two taste test videos, I did add a little bit more information and stuff. So I'm going to try adding some more information about the product instead of just doing what they taste like, because I tend to like just about anything. There's a few things that I've tried that I don't like. Oh, but I'm an easy guy to please. I'm just trying to think of some of the questions that people might have. My usual schedule is Monday through Friday. If we got a lot of orders, we work Saturday, and right here lately we've been working a lot of Saturdays. So because we got a lot of back orders, there's the circumstances of this year, especially the major one. People would have put in orders and we not have the parts to fulfill that order. So as we get the parts in, we ship the part out to them once we get the order in. And our one plant is starting to get caught up on getting caught up on their back orders and sending us to us. And sometimes especially last week, not this past week, but the last week, it was like we were digging a hole, and it kept on getting filled with dirt quicker than what we were digging the dirt out. Excuse me. So that just so I ended up working last Sunday. That's why I didn't have the live stream last Sunday. So, and this week I've just been crashing. Yeah, probably. I got a couple more vacation days left, and Bill planning on taking a couple of days off the week before Thanksgiving, just to have some time for myself. And I've been kicking the idea of doing a day trip over to Gatlinburg Pigeon Forge. I haven't completely settled on it, but I want to spend the time to do some filming for YouTube. And if I could, I would like to meet up with you and hang out. And then in December, got the trip with my family. So one of the things we're going to do is go see the Christmas lights, and hopefully meet up with, stop and see Ash Tunes at the if hopefully he gets a chance to do the light show at the stadium there. Yeah, I'll mention something in chat, and you can give me a. All right, good night, Christy. I promise I'll get back to doing the trivia. I've been slack on it. Hi, Bob. And I'll come up with some really good questions. Yeah, the Shadracks. They had it at the had a Shadracks here. I think they actually moved it down to Tryon. I'm not sure if they're going to do it this year. I haven't really looked. Yeah, but Bill, I'll talk about it a little bit more as I get my plans more nailed down, and you can send me an email, and we can email back and forth, because I know I don't have your email. So just plan on getting together and just maybe walk the strip of Gatlinburg or something. And just kind of have a little bit of time to chat and get to know each other a little bit better. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Shadrack's light show. The one that they had here was always good. Good. I'll try to keep an eye on it and see keep a look in the. If you send it and you don't get a response to me, tell me that you sent it so I can look in the junk file. Um, hey Bob, welcome back. You want to come up? But yeah, that I might get up early one day um, and get some pictures of the leaves around town here. Um, I've actually been so busy I haven't even taken the notice if the leaves have changed. Okay, I'll take a look at that. Yeah, it's been getting down to in the 40s at night down here. And I know some of the leaves are falling, but I usually do a little bit better job of looking around and enjoying the beauty of the place. But here lately, I've just been such have my mind set on work so much, and I got some other stuff going on that's been keeping my attention going. So, all right, Bob, if you want to come back up, the link's in the chat, or if somebody else that usually comes on. It's actually Matt if you're still here. Um, but yeah, the leaves look really nice, and unfortunately, my work schedule is. I need to just decide on when I get a day. Just go ahead and plan to do something, and if I have a Saturday off, just go and do it. I need to just do that. That's what I used to do. Kind of got out of that doing that habit, but I got a couple of places I'd like to check out. Okay, it's on my about page. If you click on the if you go into my channel part, you click on the about section. It'll have the email, and you click on the thing, and it'll ask you to make sure you're not a computer. Then it'll give you my email address. Or oh, you already sent it. Is that what you're telling me? Let me see here. Let me check my email here. Let me see. Nope. Nope, that's not what I'm looking for. Nope. No, I don't see it, Bill. I don't see it, Bill. Um, uh, oh, you don't see it. Okay. Well, all right, here. We'll go ahead and there you go. There it is. I put it in chat. Yeah, I'm working a lot. I work Monday through Fridays. I've been working 9 hours, and then have been working 8 hours on Saturdays. And last week I ended up having to work Sunday as well, and that was 8 hours. So um, if I didn't take the weekend before off, I would have I would have only had like 2 days off in September. Yeah, we've been extremely busy at work, and I'm appreciative of the work, but it does wear you out, though. Welcome back, Kendra. Bob said he was back, and then he hasn't said anything. um, it just, even though I usually try to avoid um, downtown when the Apple Festival is going on, it just seemed kind of weird that they didn't have the, due to the current situation, they didn't have the street festival part of the Apple Festival this year. So they had a few events, um, but it was just kind of strange. Hmm. Gee, Kendra, that just popped something in my mind. A really good idea. I'm afraid I couldn't do it because of copyright issues. um, um, gee, wonder if I could pull that off. I may have to try it and just see what it is. Oh, I do that too. Not usually The Walking Dead. I usually have the TV on just as a um, noise. For some reason, I've always been a little bit more focused when I got the TV or radio on in the background, not really paying attention to it, but it actually helps me focus on what I'm doing. Um, yeah, I just all right, we'll see. It might take a minute or two for it to come in. I don't see it yet, Bill, but I'm sure it'll pop up here in a minute. Hi, Dave. Been a while since I've seen you. Well, I saw you in uh, let's see, who's a live stream that I see you in? Either Vacation Station or Yankee in the South. I saw you in. Um, yeah, it was. I know it was either one. I thought it was Vacation Station. I saw you in, and he's got a good channel. I think once he gets up and going a little bit more, um, he's still trying to figure some things out in YouTube, but he does a really good job with his videos. I like the feel of his videos. Yeah, if any of y'all like the Smokies, Vacation Station TV is a really good channel. If you haven't seen it yet, go check that out. Um, oh, Silva, been a while. Hi, Whispers in the Wind. I'm doing all right. All right, I'll do it quick. I got some things planned. It's just been kind of hard to really plan anything because of how much I'm working here lately. Um, yeah, just enjoying the night, chatting with some friends. Uh, I'm still working on a few things with it, David. Did you get it, Danielle? But what I'm still having a few issues, and I'm trying something that's supposedly going to work, that's going to save me some money, but it takes a little bit of time for it to work. So, and I was going to get out in the yard and dig a trench for to help the flow of my in my yard, because with all the excavating that they've done. In my backyard, it's messed up the flow of water, runoff water. And it kind of, now the water runs to where my tank is and floods out my tank. So I got to get working on that, and I'll probably have to do it all by hand and shovel. I can't afford the getting an excavator back in there for right now. All right, Danielle. Yeah, you can thank the password thing on some people that shouldn't have tried to get in here. Oh, that should be interesting. Yeah, the mountains are beautiful. I don't think I could ever. I can visit other places, but I don't think I could ever. Yeah, don't think I could live anywhere other than the mountains. Yeah, Kendra. I got a new waistline going out to the septic tank now, and well, the area that I live, they actually, the village that's on the other side of town, they is actually referred to as the Little Charleston of the mountains, because a lot of the plantation owners from a lot of the plantation owners from Charleston would come up in the summertime to the mountains up here, and they would have a summer home up here in the mountains. And so I need to do some more videos. Actually, I've got a couple of videos on the Carl Sandburg historic site, and that house was originally the hey, Vacation Station TV, just talking about you a little while ago. But the one of the owners of the previous owners before Carl Sandburg owned it was the Secretary of the Treasury for the Confederacy. So that's a pretty interesting history on that house. And I think that was his house. Or at least he had a house close by. Sorry, I was only in your live stream for a little bit tonight, Vacation Station. All right, we got one person coming up here. You guys know.
Hola.
Hey, Crystal.
How are you?
Good.
How's the weather?
Oh, the weather's been nice. I've been enjoying it, though we haven't had any rain.
Well, wait till I tell you what our temperature is here. Hey, Alexa, what is the weather?
Hi, it's good. Right. Mhm.
45 degrees today, and it's going to be a low of 37 tonight.
Wow.
Freeze thy tushies off.
Yeah. Well, I hope you can make it up here, David.
So I think you're getting back down there Christmas.
Yeah. That'd be good. I'll be out of out of vacation time before then.
But we might wait and do it in February.
Well, I might be able to do something in February.
We're talking about getting a big cabin and a bunch of us going in on it.
Ah,
So,
well, I have 4 weeks of vacation. I'll have at least 2 of them are already reserved for my trip to Pennsylvania. So,
right.
I might use a day or two to hop over there when you're over there in February.
That'll be fun. We'll have to go do some vlogging or something somewhere.
Yeah, it'd be fun to do a collab together.
Yeah, for sure. I want to do something that I've never done.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Well, like
There's actually a few things that I haven't done with all that I've been over to Gatlinburg.
so when we were there for that short day trip, overnight trip this past, week, we did the Sky Bridge.
Yeah.
So I did that. I got that. That's a video. I got 1, 2, 3 videos left to do. And then we're going to start Olivia's run on our channel. And hers are all going to be labeled Miss O's Travels. But it's going to be on our travel channel that I have.
Yeah, I try to get my nephew to do a video with me every once in a while because he's always talking to me about watching my videos and stuff. So I'm like, well, you need to do one. You need to actually be in one of them.
Right.
And he'll sit there. He'll do the whole thing of how I do my video and everything. But I think he's a little bit nervous about everything.
Kendra, you never know where I might show up at.
Hi, Bob. Good night, whispering in the wind.
Good night, whispering in the wind. So our governor just went to court, and the Supreme Court overruled all of her stuff with, because she keeps calling state of emergency, putting this in place, putting that in place. Well, they just overruled all of it. So now everything's going to open back up like that.
Yeah, our governor finally got us to put us in phase 3, and our numbers are dropping, but supposedly the website is having technical difficulties. So actually, our numbers are higher than what the website says.
Really?
So it's like, for some reason, I don't believe that.
I just got a email from Olivia's school, and Olivia hadn't been there in a week because we took her out of school the day after her birthday because she went on vacation. And I just got an email tonight saying that they of the McNasty in her class, and I'm like, great. Hey, Kenneth.
Yeah, my schools around here, they having high school is completely virtual, all online.
Yeah.
Elementary and middle school, you're either on the A plan or you're on the B plan. I think they call it different, but it's like A and B. And depending on which one you're assigned to, is which day you actually go physically to school.
Same here.
So you go to school one day and you're virtual the next day, and then the other.
Same here.
And but my sister has it where she's not letting my niece go to school yet because she's still. My sister is. Sometimes I say she's overprotective of the kids, but at the same time, she's just being a good mother. So.
Right.
And with all this, everybody tells you something different.
Hi,
Daniel.
Hey.
I got one
What's
other
up, guys?
I got one other person in the basement too, so I'm going to bring that person up as well.
Oh no, it's not Chris, is it?
No.
Hey, everyone. Hi, Kenneth.
Hey, Kenneth.
How are you?
Here.
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 I just got the link, Jeff. You need me to drop the link again?
How's the weather in Florida, Danielle?
Well, it was spent most of the day cloudy, then it rained for a little bit, and now it's chilly with that dampness to it.
Yeah.
The kind that blows right through to your bones and
There it
makes you
is.
go,
I dropped it in the
"Ugh."
chat, Jeff. How you doing, Kenneth?
I'm doing all right. That's yourself.
All right, I'm doing all right. Just a little tired.
Just a little tired. Been working like a borrowed mule, as the old saying goes.
Yeah.
I hear you. I'm hooked on this new Walking Dead
Oh.
because now there's only like 2 more seasons, the end of this one and then next one, and then they're done.
Yeah. I haven't even watched The Walking Dead.
Oh dear.
Did your power go out?
No. The air conditioner went on, which dims my light for some reason. I think it's a ghost.
Oh.
we could do a ghost hunt in Daniel's house.
Why not? I actually live on a corner called Dead Man's Curve.
All right, we got our hand raised.
Hello there. How are you? How's everybody?
Good. How are
Hey,
you?
Kelly.
Better than bad.
All right, for you guys that don't know, if you could mute your YouTube stream, that'd be great. And all right, for y'all that don't know, this is Vacation Station TV. Does a lot of the Smokies as well, so really good channel.
Thank you. So is yours. That's why I'm on it.
Well, thank you. I appreciate the comment.
Dan, what were you talking about the old house?
Huh?
There was an old house that you were talking about earlier.
Oh, that'd be Carl Sandburg's house.
Oh, okay. Where is that?
That's in Flat Rock, North Carolina.
Is it open to the public?
Yeah, it's open to the public. I don't know if the house right now is.
It sounded cool. I love going to old houses. That's one of my favorite pastimes, is visiting historic houses. I get a big thrill out of that.
Yeah.
So don't you like using this stream guard? Isn't this cool?
Yeah, it is pretty cool. I enjoy it.
This is
I'm still here.
All right, Danielle. If you could on your YouTube, if you're watching YouTube, if you could mute that stream because it's causing the feedback to the StreamYard.
Let me go on my YouTube. I'll be right back.
And then there were two.
Ooh. He'll be back.
I'm not in the basement anymore. Woo!
So how have you been, Kenneth?
Been doing pretty good. Getting ready to start. I think this is my 9th week of college tomorrow.
All
think-
right.
I think.
Hard to keep track, huh?
It's hard to keep track.
Yeah. Party animal.
Kendra, I'd love to get up to Salem and check that out.
Hey, I already have a date with Kendra in Salem. And yes, Kendra, I do have the Victorian boots that they wear over there.
All right, just let me know when you guys need the link to get back up here. And I'm gonna have to get a list of everybody and with their email address so I can email out a link whenever having a live stream and want to do a panel.
That would be cool.
But there's a few other places I'd like to do a video on that just a matter of getting the time off to do. And then of course some of the stuff I had plans to do this summer, and with the way this year's been, I've just pretty much just said I'm not even gonna worry about it because it's kind of a pain in the butt to plan anything. It's when we went down, we did the trip down to Charleston, and
Yeah, Kendra, the corset dresses too.
half the stuff was either completely closed. If they were open, they had limited hours, and you had the Yeah, usually what Jeff, if you when you get into StreamYard, if you go over to your the screen where your YouTube feed is and mute the YouTube and just listen through StreamYards because you got the audio coming from YouTube and the audio coming from StreamYards. So and
Our professor, he actually told us that we actually had our midterm exams a week early. So, and he said we're actually done pretty good at getting done as
all
quick
right,
as we're getting done.
we're gonna give this another try here.
All right.
I kept getting a refeed of you. I'm going, wow, already. Do you notice how quick it actually refeeds when you use StreamYard?
Yeah, it's from if you go into YouTube on your YouTube screen
Yeah.
and mute the video in YouTube and just have the audio coming from StreamYard.
I thought I tried that and it brought to the refeed. What are you getting, an echo?
Yeah, we're getting a little bit of feedback from you.
Are you using headphones or are you using your PC?
I'm just using the speaker. And
All right, I'm going to try to.
yeah, if you just click on your YouTube tab, and when you and do the where the
Enter the studio.
volume is and put that on mute.
I'll try that. Try that out.
Kendra, you so sweet to me. Kenneth, you're still in the basement, dude.
How am I still in the basement?
Because you're down there.
He's on
Dan's
the
above
bottom
you.
floor. He's on the bottom floor.
I'm on the bottom.
So how are your grades, Kenneth?
Good.
Awesome.
I'm making all A's so far.
That's right. You better be.
From what I counted today, we only got about 7 more weeks left.
Oh boy. Then what?
Then I'll be done until spring term, which will be sometime probably about January the 17th. They're going. We're supposed to be done with everything by the 24th of November for the third semester. They're trying to get us off campus as quick as they can due to what's been happening.
Right. You guys aren't behind because of the nasties?
We're actually a week ahead. Actually,
Awesome. Keep up the good work.
they actually started a week early in order to get, so we'll finish a week early.
Sweet.
We're supposed to be done the week of either the week before or the week of Thanksgiving. But they're still not 100% sure how they're going to do the spring term yet.
Ah, well, yeah. It's kind of hard to plan, but I'm sure they'll figure it out soon.
Well, I know they're gonna have to figure something out because I'm gonna have to start signing up here for the spring term classes
Yeah.
within the next week or so.
I know they've already canceled two of my favorite festivals for next year already, which really, really sucks. They canceled my giant Renaissance fair in Gainesville, and they canceled the Lusty in Lake City. More money saved.
Hey, Jeff, if you're still in here, let me see if I can get this set up here and show you what you need to click on.
Do what? Can you repeat what? Can you repeat what you said there, Troll?
When?
About the festival that they canceled, the Gainesville.
They canceled my Renaissance fair in Gainesville, and they canceled the Battle of the Lusty in Lake City.
Oh, okay.
One was the end of January, beginning of February, and the other one was the middle of February. They're thinking that far ahead. Wow. Or as I told Mom, more money saved.
Do you just go and watch it, or do you actually help out in it?
I partake in it, both of them.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Hey, what is that?
I'm trying to show, oh, give me a second here. See if, yeah,
Whoa, dude.
yeah, this is not working. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, if you just click on the mute right here, Jeff, and that will take care of your feedback if you're still in here. So if you click on that, now it'll take care of your feedback. All right, we're back.
Yay.
So. All right. All right, well. So, Bob, how have you been doing? I've seen a couple of your videos this week. Yeah, Kendra, you need to sign up for his new channel. It's really good.
Who's got a new channel?
Awkward Bob. It's all about the Smokies.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called, Awkward Bob? All about the Smokies?
No, it's called All About the Smokies.
Okay.
Want to see in the chat?
I'll go find it now. Oh, hey.
Yeah, and he's been doing a really good job at doing the different things around Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, and Sevierville.
Hey,
Yeah,
Kendra, Dad told me to tell you, Papa said say hello to you, Kendra.
Found ya.
no, I've been doing good, just been busy. And Danielle, how's working with you?
crazy. They're fixing to switch over to a new system that nobody knows anything about yet.
No, okay.
But they're going to take away everything that's normal to me. And I will no longer have a
Hello,
routine.
back, and she loved ya.
Yeah, it seems to further and further Walmart gets away from Sam actually running things, the worse and worse it gets.
Well, I kind of laugh because they're all about the customer and they're all about people. But every time the people make a suggestion, like the self-checkouts are the perfect example, nobody in our area wants the self-checkouts. We don't want the self-checkouts because too many people take advantage of them and steal. And so what do? They take out more registers and put in more self-checks. I imagine probably in the next 2 years, we'll have nothing but self-checkouts.
Probably so.
But they get farther and farther away from the customer every day. It drives me nuts.
Yeah, and well, unless I go to the Walmart that's by where I work, I or if I'm in a rush, I'll usually go through a regular checkout, and because I don't like the self checkouts.
Right, and see what our store manager does is he purposely doesn't schedule cashiers, so people have to use the self-checkouts.
Yeah, and
That's not right.
if it's I always say that if it wasn't for me still having friends that work at the local Walmarts, I'd probably stop going to Walmart because it's just up getting to the point where it's just too much of a headache to go, and it
There are a
ain't
lot of
worth
people that feel that way.
and what little money you do save, it ain't worth the headache, and a lot of the time, some of the stuff that I go to Walmart to buy is actually cheaper somewhere else now.
Mhm. Yes, Kendra, it is.
And
Karen!
I've
Hey!
also
I
I've also noticed that half of those self checkout machines, they don't work but half the time anyway.
Yeah. I gotta admit though, the new ones that they put in, they have improved them a lot. But that doesn't stop the theft.
Hey, Karen.
Yeah, pickup is great. I use it a lot.
Yeah, I may start using the pickup because it's just and another thing that I can't stand is I'm ready for Walmart to go back to 24 hours. I'm getting tired of having to shop with everybody else. I want to go to Walmart and social distance.
But it doesn't happen.
we're gonna not be 24 hours, and so you can social distance. Hey Jeff, welcome back. Yeah, I'm just ready for them to because I did a lot of my shopping. I wouldn't do my major shopping at night, but if I needed to grab something at the um, I think Jeff's your name, right? Vacation station. Um, But if I needed to get something or was planning to do something and I need to get something from the store, I just stop at the Walmart close to my work at night and grab it up. So
Yeah, there is that.
it's just too much of a hassle to do it during the day when I'm working.
Here they've allowed Walmart to stay open until 10 o'clock at night.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
used to they would close anywhere between used to they close anywhere between 7:30 and 8 o'clock.
So we were closing at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I think the
Somewhere
one.
around there.
I think the WalMarts around here are closing at 10 now.
Yeah, that's where we're at.
So, and I'm somewhat suspicious about the extra cleaning that's supposed to be going on.
Why, I sure don't know what you mean. Started out that way.
Well, I think at first there was extra cleaning going on,
Yeah,
but
there
I
was.
think further as it went on, I think they just winded up stopped doing a lot of the stuff.
Yeah. At least in our store.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just I'm not very trusting of it all. All right, we're gonna give it one more try.
Let's do it.
I think at first there
Hello.
was extra cleaning going on,
Yeah,
but
there
I
was.
think we're still getting the feedback. I think they just winded up stopped doing a lot of the stuff.
Yeah.
Hopefully you can hear me.
I can hear you, but we're still getting the feedback from
I
your
don't
computer.
understand why. That's really
I don't know.
It doesn't feedback on my side.
I'm
But
not
yet
very trusting of
I hear
it all.
everyone else kind
All
of.
right, we're gonna give it one more try.
I've turned.
Let's do it.
If you go to your YouTube tab
Yeah, I did.
and where the volume is,
Mm-hmm.
and mute the video in the YouTube tab. Now usually
Yeah, I
take
see
care of
it.
it.
Let me get out of this one here.
There's
Hopefully you can hear me.
Okay, you don't need to close out the StreamYard.
Is that
See if
better?
that worked. That worked. No,
That
no,
that's better?
it's still doing it.
Damn. I closed out of everything. StreamYards too. Let me go here. All right, let's try that. There's a delay always. Is that any
Yes.
better?
Oh, let's see.
I have nothing but you on the screen. Nothing. There is nothing else open but yours.
Huh.
And it's still
You
feeding
sound good
back.
to me.
You
All
can
right,
hear me
well,
okay?
Mm-hmm. But I've got headphones on.
Dan, when you engage the microphone, there's a little button underneath there. Did you engage that button?
I'm just using the mic off my laptop, so
That usually cuts out all the feedback from other sources.
yeah, we're only getting it. We're only getting the echo when they.
On my
I'm
feed.
only hearing the echo when you're on.
That's really weird because I came into your chat directly. I'm trying to see what else I can do. I can't mute the mic.
Okay, maybe it's just me. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm looking for any option here. Audio
Oh,
echo cancellation. There's an option here for echo cancellation. Did that help?
let's see. Well, I
Testing
didn't-
1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm not hearing it now, so I guess that's it.
All right. There is an option under settings in case this happens with someone else. When you go under settings in your StreamYard, on the bottom of the page, settings, you click that open, go to audio, and there's an echo, cancellation, and then stereo audio. But we should be in mono, not in stereo. So
Yeah.
there it is. There's
Okay, whatever you did, it took care of it.
that was it. That was it.
Yeah. All right. We'll figure it out.
This is all new to all of us. I think it's new to you. I'm not really sure.
Oh,
I'm still learning some
am I
of
still
it.
here?
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
you're still here, Danielle.
Well, that just
Um,
fixed it. Thanks a lot, man.
Hey, that actually fixed your voice too, Danielle, because you were
That
coming
fixed
through.
it.
Yeah. So it's
Sweet.
it's a learning process for all of us that we
Danielle
pick up.
disappeared now.
Oh, Danielle's gone. Alien abduction. So,
Yeah. Well, Danielle's from Florida.
I heard that. She seems to be from the area I was, near the Gainesville area. I was up in Gainesville for quite a few years.
Yeah, she's from Live Oak, which is
Live Oak, that's a little further up.
Yeah,
That's in the country out there, Live Oak. That's real country there.
yeah.
It's nice up there. It's actually
Very
very, very nice up there. It's
So
very
I'm back in the
rural.
basement.
There you
Yeah.
are.
So for those of you, for those that are new to you, and I'm right when I'm calling you Jeff, right?
Yeah, that's my name.
Yeah, I figured I thought that was right.
That's fine. That's all right.
Yeah.
It takes a little time for each to get used to each other, and that's fine.
Yeah. If you want to tell everybody a little bit about yourself and your channel.
Oh, God. Vacation Station TV is a full service travel, leisure, and fun channel. Dan discovered us, I don't know, a couple of months ago, I believe.
Yeah, it's been a couple of months.
And my wife and I do
Thank
the
you.
channel. And we enjoy doing it. We enjoy bringing you the places all around the Smoky Mountains. And hopefully in the near future, when we're allowed to travel, we'll be able to go other places and bring them to you as well. So all we ask is, like everyone else asks, like, comment, and subscribe, like you should to Dan, like you should to everybody here on this channel. Even if you don't have videos, it doesn't matter. Subscribe to the channel and show support, comment, and get to know all these people, because all of them have a story to tell and they all have something interesting to say. And it's important that we all support each other, because we're all moving in one direction, that's forward. And if we keep knocking each other down, nobody's going to get anywhere fast. So just when you see something good you like, when Dan does one of his videos, I love to listen to him. I love to watch, and I comment on it. Always comment and like, because likes are important for the algorithms, and subscribing is important for when we all want to reach that magic 1,000 or more. So, it doesn't cost anything. Dan, I don't know how many people have ever asked you, but they ask me, how much does it cost to subscribe? Does that ever happen to you?
No, nobody's asked me.
It happens all the time, because we get a lot of overseas people, because my wife's Asian, so we get a lot of overseas subscribers, and they go, how much does it cost? And I go, it's free. There's no, and they like, there's got to be a catch. No, it's free. It's absolutely free. It takes a little while of convincing for them to finally click that button, but that's why I mentioned on my videos, it's free. It doesn't cost you a thing to subscribe to this thing that we're doing, this wonderful thing we're doing. What are you going to do lately? I haven't seen, what's the latest Dan the Mountain Man video?
Well, I do my been busy with work, so I've been kind of scrunched with the time thing.
Because you disappeared for a while. Where did he go? What happened?
Yeah, I'll normally get at least a cooking video out on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So I did garlic green beans this Saturday. And I think the only other video I did this past week was taste test video.
Which
was I think was the garlic and roasted garlic and onion
Ooh.
chips. I think that was the
onions and garlic roasted on a sandwich is unbelievably good. Have you ever tried that?
No.
It's not good for your breath or the people near you, but it tastes really, really good. It's very true. Try it
We're
sometime,
good.
and make it. I mean, sure, you have to buy a tube of toothpaste and use the whole thing, but it tastes really, really good. I like weird things like that. A tomato sandwich. There's nothing like tomato and mayonnaise and just a sandwich. And if you're really bold, you put a little onion on it, and it's very tasty.
I don't think I could handle a tomato sandwich. I can't stand tomatoes by themselves.
Well,
Me
then
either,
that,
Dan.
I love ketchup. I love tomatoes when they're on a hamburger, but as far as eating a tomato by themselves,
oh my.
um,
Well,
I
that's more
Yep.
for me. That's more tomatoes for me. No,
That's right.
So on grilled cheese, you don't put a tomato on your grilled cheese sandwich.
No, you ruin it.
No, it's delicious. Absolutely. I would sell you to the Arabs right now for a grilled cheese tomato sandwich.
Ow. I'll remember that.
Well, let the healing begin. Let that healing begin. It's all over now. I like experimenting with food. I guess you do too, Dan. There's nothing like, sometimes you fall flat on your face, but at least you're moving forward. But it's nothing like trying something new and discovering a great taste, a flavor. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like taking a recipe and messing around with it,
Twist it around.
twisting around, making it a little bit. I like this ingredient, so I add a little bit more to see how that works.
Mhm. You know, in moderation, when you're doing a recipe, you don't overdo. One should never overpower the other. So it's all about a little bit here and a little bit, and then like you said, maybe a little more of that would be good. And as long as it's not a lot of salt or a lot of pepper or something like that, you can really exercise that creativity with a good recipe.
You don't want to put.
My wife makes me the fruit drink that she's been making me. Oh Lord, can you imagine now? She's on this fruit drink. What do you call those things? Fruity
Smoothies.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you. I was just going to say smoothies, and it had everything in it: the kale, the cucumber, the berries, the blueberries, the strawberries, and then the recipe got ruined when a bell pepper was thrown. A green bell. Yeah, exactly. Ew. And she shoved that in my face and said, "Oh, try this." And I drank that, and literally my body went into evacuation mode. Absolutely. And I burped up pepper. That's all I was burping up for hours was pepper.
Oh, dude.
And God bless her. She tries so hard to.
I think I like her.
I've watched other people doing videos of smoothies, putting in some of the stuff they put in there. I'm like, oh,
all sorts of nasty things.
Step away from the blender.
No.
It was good. It sounded good until they put that ingredient in there.
That last ingredient. You go, what the heck were you thinking? You go, what am I watching? What the heck am I watching here? Yeah, it was in fact, and when she gives me these drinks, it's just I'd be better off going outside and sinking my teeth into a branch, and I'd probably get more nutrition out of it.
Oh,
amazing! She's on that kick. Oh, the only thing I need is this: my coffee. This is all I really need. My coffee, and my keys. These are my best friends right here. Good, bold, dark coffee. That stuff it can burn the hair off a cat at 100 yards. This stuff. I assume you're not a coffee drinker, Dan.
I'm actually a coffee drinker. I drink more coffee than I do tea, but I actually prefer tea over coffee.
I'll drink a tea. Coffee is so much better. Tea just doesn't. I feel like I got to put my pinky out when I drink tea. You know what I mean? I got to, ew. Like I'm drinking my coffee here. I got to go, oh, I got to have my tea. And I don't want to do that because it makes it unbalanced. So no coffee. And these. What do you use to put your coffee in? This stuff?
I actually collect coffee mugs, so
you are a coffee
mug.
You're a coffee
yeah. But
2 words. Betty Ford. We need to go to Betty Ford for our coffeeholic problem.
Actually, I'm one of those weird people. Actually, drinking coffee actually helps me sleep better.
Yep. I'm
Yeah, you're weird.
drinking it now. I'll have a coffee right next to my bed. And if I get up at night, I'll take a couple of sips of it and go back to sleep again. And it doesn't affect me like some people. I guess it doesn't affect you either.
No. Yeah, I've down have some cold coffee.
I love coffee.
Iced coffee.
Yeah, iced coffee is really good.
Drink that and go to bed, and I'll usually have the best sleep if I do that.
Yeah. And other people would be wound up and they'd be like blinking their eyes and twitching all over the place. You know.
Now,
So you've seen that.
I've seen a lot of people with a little too much coffee in their body. It never affected me because I always started my radio shows off with literally a pot of coffee. I would have you would see it out of camera because the radio show was always being videotaped, and I would be to my left, excuse me, and there would be a warmer there with a full pot of coffee, and I'd be constantly pouring that as the morning went on, and I would just get more and more wound up. And the show after 4 hours, you got to have something to get you along. Could you imagine doing this for 4 hours? What we're doing now? It would be interesting, wouldn't it?
Yes. I could have fun with that.
Because you got to come up with stuff to say for 4 hours, and you got to entertain the people. And so coffee was always my thing. For a long time, it was soda. Were you ever into soda? Any of you?
yeah,
Yes.
but I've cut back on my soda drinking. I still
Me too.
drink it.
Yeah. I haven't had soda since 1985. I stopped drink cold because I was using those big, do you remember the big, it was like a coffee pot for soda. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, the big chugs.
Yeah. The big glug. It was the big
Ones that were
glug.
bigger than your head.
Oh my God. And I'd be drinking that like crazy. My blood sugar was way up. I couldn't believe it. My eyes were always red. They were bright red because my blood pressure was up. So I finally said, I think I need to back off on this soda thing and let me take up another addiction, coffee. And that seems to be the best thing for me. Coffee.
Excuse me, I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, let's talk amongst ourselves, all of you.
Yes.
So what do you all do now? Who's the quiet one down there? Kenneth. What's the deal?
Yes.
You're awfully quiet.
I just let everybody. Wait till it's my turn.
No, there's no turn. It's just you get in, you interrupt. That's how it is. You interrupt.
I was always taught not to do that. So
Well, this is a whole new time, a whole new place. Interrupt. It's okay. That's accepted here in this medium because if we all stop talking, it defeats the purpose of having a screen with people on it. And we just kind of stare at each other. And that's not good. That's not good at all. I was trying to, when I was using my phone before, Dan, I was trying to show you the raccoons that were outside. There were at least 12 of them out there. That's why I was using my phone. And I want you guys to see how crazy they are because they come up every night, between 12 and 14 of them. And it's fun to watch them. They come up every night and they jump all over the place and they hop around and they're entertaining for me. Every night I listen to them being crazy. I thought I'd like to share that with you. But of course the phone didn't work right. I think it works now on my studio, so I have an idea what I have to do when I go on the phone now. I got to hit that anti-echo thing.
Yeah.
And that everything is so crystal clear now. I hear all of your guests crystal clear. And I like that. That's excellent. I had the same problem, by the way, when I first did my first StreamYards. And it took a little while to kind of root in and get this thing because they don't tell you that. And it was, you have to kind of discover it. You have to kind of click that and look at that, look at this, look at that.
Yeah,
but it's a wonderful new way for us to do things, isn't it? Because I can see you now. I can talk to you now. I can see Kenneth and where did
Danielle.
she go? Danielle, where did you go?
I'm here.
No, get your icon off. I want to see your face.
No, you don't want to see this mug.
I want to see.
Yeah, we do, Danielle.
You don't want to see this mug. You guys are crazy.
That's not fair. That's not fair.
Oh, all right.
There you go.
He
Thank you. What a wonderful smile. What a
Whatever.
wonderful smile. Don't
I know
be
you
shy.
do have a wonderful smile.
There's no reason to be shy in these things because when none of us are movie stars, we're all just regular folk doing regular chit-chatting, and this is a whole new way for all of us to expose our channels to everybody. And even if you don't have videos, and I mentioned this before, it's okay because people want to talk to you on this medium, so you don't even have to go out like Dan and myself. I don't know, Kenneth, do you shoot videos, or you're just kind of being part of the crew?
I do a lot of taste test reviews on my channel.
I'm going to have to.
And I share, and I actually share this channel with my dad, which is sometimes you'll hear in the background. They also call him Papa. Yeah.
What is the name of your channel?
Right. The Ford Man, aka Kenneth Oaks.
I'm going to go to it when I'm done here, and I'm going to subscribe to it, and then I'm going to look at your videos.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. And that's what you all should be doing.
And I'm going to.
There's Dad. There's Papa.
If you want to see some weird food on there.
It's okay. I could tell you some horror stories, Kenneth.
Yeah, weird food with hot sauce.
They like hot sauce, huh?
You got it.
I can't do the hot stuff anymore, man. I used to love eating all the jalapenos and stuff. I don't know, Dan, you're getting a little older. Does that bother you now?
No.
No, man, does that bother me?
Here's some hot sauce I got from Spaceman Dudley.
Spaceman Dudley.
Oh, that's the good stuff there. That's got some good flavor to it.
Yeah, well, at first I didn't think that I would actually like it because I had tried some Tabasco habanero hot sauce.
Oh, habanero. Oh, my.
And
no way, Dan, no way.
And,
I would have to eat that and sit in the bathroom at the same time. There'd be no way that would be able to go down. No.
well,
I just made a big pot of chili yesterday, and I didn't make it too hot, but I was eating it kind of late. It must have been about 2 a.m. And then all of a sudden, I went, uh-oh. And I ran out of that room so fast, I couldn't get in. We got 2 bathrooms. I almost didn't make either one of them. It was like, I had it depends on, because this isn't going to, I don't think I'm going to make it.
And that's the one you enter into the chili cook-off.
Yes. I won 2nd place in the chili cook-off at the Florida State Fair back in 1998. I won second place. I didn't, unfortunately, but at least I made 2nd place. But my chili was good. It wasn't too hot. It was a recipe that I've always made, and I didn't think I would even get into the final 500. There were so many people, and they handed me the ribbon, whatever color it was. I don't even know where it is anymore. But I was like, wow, I can't believe you people like my chili. Some people were putting deer in the chili.
Yuck.
Venison in the. I go, what are you, out of your mind? What are you going to go?
I can't do that.
I
like venison too, but not in my chili.
Right, you need good old-fashioned cow.
Yes, exactly. Cow and even some pork.
One time.
I mixed pork with mine.
I
put pork and beef in mine, and I sauteed it, and I think that's what changed the flavor of the chili, because we couldn't use beans. Beans were not allowed in the chili cook, and which I love beans in my chili, but you could not use beans, and you couldn't use anything packaged or bagged. It had to be all fresh, and they checked it. They checked your bag, and they made sure you had a box. Everyone had a box, and you had to have nothing but fresh ingredients. And it was a lot of fun. I'll never do it again because it's stressful, but it was fun. But by the end of the day, after tasting everybody's chili, I drank a whole bottle of Pepto-Bismol. And that didn't even quell the problem in the stomach. It was bubbling and gurgling for days.
Oh dear.
Dan,
I did a taste test review.
Yeah, but
Oh my God! You're sitting in your living room. I'm assuming. I see your couch. and
Yeah,
you-
I'm sitting in my living room.
and you look comfortable.
I am. I
And
usually
Kenneth, you look very comfortable. And Danielle, I
Thank you.
can't see you again, so I don't know.
Haha.
You're chained to a pipe in the basement somewhere, but I just don't
I
know. what's
am.
happening. I know.
Yeah, you're like Chris. You're in
I'm
my
just in the basement.
I did you was talking about chili. I did a taste test review.
Hmm.
You can actually see a video of it twice. I did one on a pre-recorded and one on a live stream today. And what I had was some chili with some Carolina Reaper
Ooh.
pepper
Ooh.
Oh dear.
and jalapeno pepper.
Kenneth, you don't even need the jalapeno. The Reaper is enough.
Well,
Mhm.
I had jalapeno pepper salsa, homemade salsa that Gypsy and the Manila Gorilla had brought to me. Yeah,
Wow.
and then I also added this sweet habanero hot sauce to it as well.
Those
And
two
I had-
words don't go together, Kenneth. Sweet habanero. I'm sorry, they don't work.
Oxymoron.
Yes. Thank you.
I think
Yeah.
Kinder just needs to go get her Frosty.
Uh-oh. I've been neglecting Kendra.
Frosty. You mean like a Wendy's Frosty?
Yes.
Oh, have you ever tried a Wendy's Frosty with their French fries?
Love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, okay. I kind of figured you were one of those.
I haven't
There is
tried that
nothing
combination.
It is an unusual combination, but it is delicious, isn't it? Isn't it?
Actually, when I went down to Charleston, that was the first we ate twice at Wendy's, and that was the first time in years I've actually eaten at a Wendy's.
They're not bad.
Wow.
They're not. It's better than McDonald's. McDonald's always makes me sick for whatever chemicals they use. I always get nauseous from them, so I can't eat them. And it's just I'm sensitive to certain chemicals. And McDonald's uses that pink meat in their burgers,
Mm-hmm.
which is not good for you. It's really,
Mm-mm.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I eat at McDonald's very rarely, and when I do, I usually end up regretting it.
Yeah,
Me too.
I need a
that's their new slogan, Dan.
Mm.
Regret eating at McDonald's.
I just remember when I was younger, we'd go to McDonald's and
Oh yeah,
you'd get a Big Mac. You'd take a quarter out of your
Yep.
pocket, and the quarter would be bigger than the hamburger
But the
patty.
hamburger. I remember going with my parents when there were no Big Macs. It was just the McDonald's, their very first one with the original golden arches, and it was 15 cents for a burger. And that was our Sunday
Wow.
treat. Went to McDonald's, and then we'd get an ice cream cone, but it was 15 cents. And the burgers were 10 times bigger than they are today for $1, whatever it is they are.
Well, occasionally, well, it's only been a while since I don't go down to Greenville, South Carolina that much anymore. But when I was living a little bit closer to the border of North Carolina and South Carolina, I'd go down to Greenville to do my shopping and stuff instead of coming up to town, because it was just easier to go down to Travelers Rest in Greenville.
Mm-hmm.
And the McDonald's down there, they would have a special where on I think it was like Tuesday night they would have it was like 15-cent hamburgers and
Wow.
50-cent cheeseburgers or something like that.
You can't find them anymore. Like there's nobody that does anything for under $1 anywhere. And
Yeah, and
you want to be careful when you eat those things because you don't know what you're eating.
I never stopped to
Truth.
get them because I don't really care that much for McDonald's food.
No, a lot of people have steered away from McDonald's. There are so many other cool burger joints that you can, for maybe a few cents more,
And
get a good meal and not worry. Is this a street pizza that's put on a bun?
Roadkill.
Yeah, roadkill.
and Burger King don't seem to be as good as they used to be.
No.
Oh,
What happened?
no.
What happened to
I
them?
have
They
no
used to be
idea.
flame broiled. What happened?
They stopped cleaning their freaking grill here, I swear it.
I think they cook it on a couch. They set a couch on fire, but it has
I
such a
think
nasty
so.
flavor to it.
They actually have a fish sandwich at Burger King, and it's really good. Isn't it, Dad?
Yeah,
What-
I
there's
haven't had that. I've never ever had that.
when I worked for Burger King for a little while, and I actually liked their at the time they had a really good veggie burger. I don't know if they got it now since they got that Impossible.
Never had
junk.
it.
That Impossible thing is too.
That's what it's called. It's called an Impossible Whopper. It's the same thing as a vegetarian burger.
Yeah, but they used to have a veggie burger before the Impossible Whopper, and the veggie burger was really good.
Was it, the veggie burger was the meat itself? It was a veggie burger, right?
Yeah, it was made in the shape of a hamburger patty, but it was made of vegetables. I don't know what was all in it, but it actually tasted good. And
Never had. Never had.
what we used to do when I worked at Burger King, we'd run the veggie patty through the broiler and cook it that way.
I'm sure the management loved to see that.
In all honesty, in my opinion and my dad's opinion, we can't tell the difference between if I set the Impossible Whopper and the regular Whopper side by side. Well, I can't tell the difference.
What's
they
the
both-
difference of them now, anyway, Kenneth? Why they call it impossible? I don't understand.
Well,
There's no meat in it.
because it's not an actual beef burger. It's made out of vegetables.
Really?
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's
Dan, have you had it?
Yeah,
Danielle?
scientific. Yeah, it's
What's it
allowed.
taste like?
It's still cooked on the same grill
All
that
right.
the regular Whoppers are cooked on.
What does it taste like?
It tastes just, it tastes
Really?
just like a regular Whopper. I mean, it just tastes because the grease
I'll
from
give it a
the
try.
yeah. It's called the Impossible Whopper. is
It's
what
impossible to get down. Right?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, God.
To me, it had a bean and mushroom kind of taste to it. The only thing that makes it taste like a Whopper is all the crap they pile on top
Yeah,
of it.
all the stuff they put in. They bury it. They actually drown it in there. But I'll give it
They
a try
do.
just so that I could tell you I had one, and this is what it tastes like to me. And this,
That'd
And
be cool.
when Burger King actually carried chili, I thought Burger King's chili was better than Wendy's chili.
I did too. I did too.
But-
I don't know what they did, but it had more of a bite to it and a flavor to it.
Yeah, I don't know all what it came into it, but all we did was how they made it was just that the chili, the mix actually came in a bag, so it was already pre-made.
Mm-hmm.
And all we did at the restaurant was take the hamburger meat that sat in the staging
In the pan,
area,
right.
in
Chop
the
it up.
pans that we couldn't use for hamburgers. We'd chop it up, throw it in the chili, and
I remember, and I used to get that all the time, and it came in the little cup and everything. I remember that.
yeah, but I thought it tasted better than Wendy's. And everybody at the time,
Agreed.
everybody was talking about how Wendy's chili tasted so good. I'm like, you need
No.
to try Burger King's, but
No.
Burger King, at least around here, Burger King stopped selling it around 15 years ago. Around
Well, that's
here,
got to tell you something, right? If they stop selling it, people stop buying it.
well, a lot of people didn't even know Burger King sold chili.
Well, they didn't
I
promote it
didn't even
because they
know
weren't
until
making enough
you
money
just
on it.
said.
What did Papa say?
We didn't know they sold chili
See? There you go.
until they sold it one one winter season as a special. Of
There's
course, I don't
nothing
remember
like
ever buying it from there.
nothing like chili on these cold nights, and that's why I made a pot, because I just felt like it, or a stew, a really good beef stew, and I'll make that next. But the chili, I got to be, it sucks getting old. I don't know how old all of you guys are, but it sucks getting
I'm
old.
26. I just turned 26 last Sunday.
You're a puppy. That's all you are, is a little puppy. You're a youngster. You're a youngster. A nice guy, but you're really young. That's amazing. 26. Dan, do you remember 26?
Oh, that was a long time ago.
Yeah. I'm 65. I'm older than all you guys. I'm probably older than Papa, your dad out there.
He said he was 65. No, I'm 70. I'm 71. He's got you beat by he's got you beat by 5 years.
Oh, that's okay. I guess I'll let that go, because I'm not looking forward to 70 years old. I don't want to go old. I'm having a good time right now, enjoying my life, and all of you guys are. I mean, look how good we have it.
Yeah.
Think about. I know everybody has their hardships, and everybody does, but it's still. Consider the alternative. Consider some of these other countries that they can't do what you and I are doing right now. They're too busy working a field somewhere, or they're working 3 and 4 or 5 jobs just to stay ahead of everything. We got it made here. We got to keep it that way. Otherwise, we're all going to be slaves. All of us are going to be working for somebody. I'm not ready for that. I don't have to worry about it, and neither does your dad, but some of us, you know how it is. If they can, they'll get you. I'm not going politicals, because that's what my radio shows were all the time. A lot of politics. I don't do that.
I try to keep the politics on here to a minimum.
Yes, please do. Please do. Yeah, I yelled at enough people all my life. That's what I did. And it didn't get me anywhere, because it's always back and forth. The pendulum goes back and forth.
Yeah.
One week you're right, the next week you're wrong. So it's like, I'm tired of yelling at people for a living. 35 years of that. So enough. I'm going to have fun with my camera now. And that's what I really enjoy going out. Like you do. You like going out and doing all your stuff, don't you?
Yeah. I just wish I had more time to do it. Part of it is I stink at time management. So
well, yeah, and that's what everything is, time management. You've got to weigh out what has to be done today. And I remember those days when my clock was always I have to watch by the second, and next thing you turn around, that the day is done, and you didn't get half the stuff done that you wanted to get done. So, but now it's a lot different. Since I retired, I can focus solely on this YouTube. I took a break for almost 5 years. I didn't touch a computer at all.
Once I get into a routine, it helps out a lot. But if I get out of the routine or something, it takes me a while to get back into it.
Well, yeah, because it's a habit. It's you're creating a habit, and that routine is what keeps you kind of motivated or in focus. But sometimes you forget to look around, and that's what I did for a long time. I forgot to look around. I was so focused on radio and television and stuff that I forgot to enjoy life. And I'm trying to catch up. I'm trying to make up for lost time.
Yeah.
My dad and my aides that used to work with me in school, they always told me, said, enjoy being young.
I agree.
And enjoy life, because it will go by in
really fast. You're 100% on, Kenneth. Never. Go ahead.
Kendra wants to know if you've been
to the East Coast.
To the East Coast.
Yes, many times. Many. I've traveled all over the United States. I've traveled a lot of places. And
you worked at a radio station in New York, didn't you?
Yeah, I own 2 radio stations in Tampa Bay area, and I worked up in New York, and I worked in. I was up. Where did she go from the one from Gainesville?
Her battery died on her phone. She's actually in chat now.
Okay. That's Tanya, is it?
It's Troll 9002 is
her name.
Real name. Her real name's Danielle.
Danielle. Okay, Danielle. I used to work, and you probably know the radio stations up there, 94.9, and WOCA and WQIK. WQIK, they should remember, because that was the rock station up there. And 94, I was news director of AM 1370 and 94.9, and that's in Gainesville. And I was the voice of TV 51, Fox 51 in Gainesville for years. My voice isn't what it used to be. I had an extreme trained voice. It's not trained anymore because I've worked on it every day. But I would always introduce all the TV shows, like Gilligan's Island, coming up next on Fox 51. And that they paid me to do that. I'd come in the studio, they'd have a paper, and they'd tell me to read 200 or 300 different intros, and I'd read them, and there'd be a check waiting for me. And I figured, I'm making money. It's this, Dan, it's this, or I would have been roasting a chicken on a coat hanger behind the 7-Eleven if I wasn't doing the radio. So this is what I do. This is what I do. But yes, East Coast. I don't know why she asked about the East Coast, but yes, many times to the East Coast.
Well, Kendra lives close to Salem, Massachusetts, just north of Boston. So I think that's what she was asking.
Okay, I lived up in Massachusetts too. I lived up in Hancock, Massachusetts, Lebanon, New York, and Pittsfield, Massachusetts, and I'm trying to think of some of the other little spots, but mostly around the Hancock, Massachusetts, and Pittsfield, Massachusetts, which wasn't too far away from Boston. And I was up there for about 9.5 years. And I like to travel. When I was younger, I traveled a lot, and because I was unhappy being in one place for too long. And Kenneth, this gets back to some of the stuff you were saying about while you're young, be young, travel, do things, enjoy your life, because it will happen. And you're only 26, and I'm telling this to you, enjoy your life, because you're going to turn around and you will be 50, 60, and then you won't be able to do this anymore. I have limitations, Dan. Eventually you'll have limits because you're still pretty young.
Yeah.
But it will get to you. So do the things that you only thought you might do or never could do.
Yeah. Well, I'm actually proud of Kenneth because he's got his limitations, but he's going to school to become a mechanic. And
good for you, Kenny.
So
proud of you for that.
Actually,
wait a minute. He has no limitations. Those are speed bumps.
Yeah.
Right, Kenneth?
Yes.
That's all they are.
I've actually surprised so many people at what I can actually do, because I've actually had so many people that has said that that I would never be able to do something, especially when it comes to working on a car.
And doesn't that just drive you on more to do it?
That's the best thing to do in life is when somebody tells you can never do it, you don't go and prove them wrong.
To prove them wrong. That's the way to live life. Kenneth, that's the way to do it. You prove them wrong and you become proud of yourself. And I'm sure your dad is proud of you. And you can count on Marie and I being proud of you, because you don't see your limitations, because there are no limitations. It's what people perceive you as. And you're just like everyone else. You've got to work around the things you can't do the best way you can, right?
Yes, that's correct.
I know. I understand. And I tip my hat to you, because you're probably a damn good mechanic. and
well, I'm actually just learning, but in actuality, I seem to, for when I call for certain places for parts and things, they're like half of them don't even know what I'm even talking about when I mention something, and I'm like, and they're a lot older than I am, and I'm thinking,
why don't they know their stuff, right? It's like this is where
they're supposed to be the ones that's
helping
supposed
you
to be able to teach me how to do certain things. Well,
I know exactly what you're saying.
It's the opposite way around, it seems like, because, for example, I called at a parts place one time, and I spoke with the manager. Okay, I asked him. I said, "Now I need a air filter and a fuel filter for a 1976 GMC Royal Sierra pickup truck." Well, she goes, "I don't even know what that is."
Oh my God.
And I'm like, "And you're a manager of a store?
Wow.
How did you
How did you get to this position? Or
get
maybe you
to?"
don't want to know. Maybe you don't want to know.
And I said, "Can you not look it up?" She says, "No, I don't know how to do that." I'm like,
Oh my.
"Well, let me ask you this: Can you give me somebody that does know?"
Wow.
And
Yeah.
because an air filter and a fuel filter, it just sits right there on top of your carburetor.
It's a simple part to look up too.
It's got
Yeah.
the fuel filter. It's just
That's
got
the easiest thing to look up in the auto parts.
Imagine
and,
if he had a real complicated, I need valves and valve stems and rings. Her head would have exploded. It just would have.
All right, Kendra.
and another example was we go to one store, and I said, "Can somebody come out here and help me check the fluids in this vehicle?" And I said, "Sure, I'll be right there." Well, the first thing we hadn't been in the parking lot no longer, not even 5 minutes. The first thing the guy does, he opens the hood, and then he starts to open that hot radiator while it's hot.
Smart.
And I go, "No, no, 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 no. Don't do." He goes, "Why? Is it hot?" I'm like,
You'll find out. You're going to know in a second.
I'm like, "Duh, it's a radiator, and
It's under pressure, my
and then
friend.
on top of that, the sad part is he didn't even know how to even read the dipsticks, like the oil, the transmission
That's
fluid,
right.
and all that stuff. He did not know how to do that stuff.
I can't read the dipsticks on the cars that had the little bead oil dipsticks. I can never
Why?
read those things.
You don't
I can
see the
never-
line?
I can never see the oil on them.
That means it's clean. That's good.
The regular dipstick that doesn't have the bead, I can read those perfectly fine.
But the ones that have the bead, you can't.
The ones that have the beads, I can
Can't do
hardly ever see the oil on them.
I can't think of an answer for that on how you could maybe see it better, but usually the reflection of the light, you tip it and moving back and forth, you tend to see. I change my own oil. I do everything on my car except the plugs, but I'm real diligent about keep taking care of my car because it's got to start every time. Nothing worse than getting in a car and turning a key and it doesn't work. Nothing.
Yeah, I had to change out the let's see, I think it was the mass airflow sensor.
Yes,
on my
mass
car.
airflow sensor. I clean that all the time. Yeah, it's a pain in the butt, but
that was a pain in the butt to change.
Yeah, because you got to pull out all the ducts and stuff. You got to get all that stuff out of there, and it's just a little thing too.
I can take my finger. The thing is I can take my finger, stick it down through the hole, touch the part. But in order to get to it, you have to take all these other parts off. So it takes you about 30 minutes to get to it.
Oh yeah.
It takes you less than a second to pop it off and pop the new one on.
And it's amazing.
It takes you about 30, 40 minutes to put the stuff back on that you took off to get to it.
It's like they built the car around it. They put that part there first and then built the car all the way around that. They make it really hard. It's like, just put it on the top. It's going to break anyway. It's a mass flow air sensor. They break often. That's one of the first problems when your car starts to buck and kick. It's not necessarily the plugs, because most plugs will last 75 to 100,000 miles now. That's pretty standard. And the wires will last at least 100,000 miles. But the mass airflow gets dirty, especially these dusty roads up here. And once you take that off, Dan, or Ken, you just take that off, and they have a spray for that. Never touch that little thing, that's in there. It's got it can't have grease on it. So you spray it down, and you could replace it or just clean it. But that sometimes is your problem for the car running, idling rough. It's just dust on that because it's a computer sensing device that determines how much air and mixture of gas go into your car. It's not like the old days where you just take the carburetor cleaner and spray it down in the carburetor, and the car would start running good and go, good to go. Okay, get in the car. I'm out of here. Not anymore. Not anymore.
And
That's why me and Dad, we don't have anything newer than the 76 GMC pickup truck and the 85 40 Econoline
Mark.
E150.
well, my brother and I, we went looking for a new vehicle, and we stopped and looked at this one truck. We opened up the hood of this truck, and you could lay 3 full-sized men inside the motor compartment with the motor still in there around the motor. It was a I forget what model it was, but it was a pickup truck from the I think from the early 80s or late 70s.
The engines were just engines.
You open up a hood of a car now, and you can't even stick your finger anywhere.
No.
A
You
friend,
can't
of
put
mine,
a credit card in it. There's no space in it.
a friend of mine's got a 2005 Chevrolet Cobalt car. Okay. Well, in order to get to the oil filter, you have to take that whole turbo section off of there.
Yeah.
And it's a 4-hour job.
Oh my! At $150 an hour, $100 an hour, right?
And none of the garages will even touch it around here.
No.
None of them.
And they don't.
And-
People don't
and
ask
he
questions,
has to-
Kenneth.
And he has to, so he just changes himself, and he don't. And he told me a while back. He said if I'd known that car was like it, I wouldn't have bought that car.
Yeah, because you don't think of that stuff nowadays. You don't. We only can reflect on what we know, and you get these newer cars. You don't even have the tools to do anything in them. So you are at the mercy of going to the dealer, and some of these dealers are up to almost $200 an hour. You're going to be selling a kidney or bone marrow by the time you get done having an oil change in some of these cars. So people need to do their homework when they're buying a new car, like asking the question, how much does it cost to change the oil in this thing? People that own like Mercedes, a standard Mercedes, $500 to change the oil in the car. What, are you out of your mind? I don't want to buy a new car. I want the oil change. Well, it takes a certain wrench, and it takes this. I said, no. You didn't listen, Sparky. Did I stutter? I want the oil change. I don't want the engine rebuilt. And they go, well, that's what it is. You got a Mercedes. Well, I won't be doing that again.
I heard stories about where the oil filter on a car was in a certain position where you had to take the tire off, practically drop the engine out in order to change the oil. I'm like, no, thank you.
Yep, you have to. I'm a big Subaru fan, and I have a Subaru. I have a Legacy, and you have to jack up the engine. You got to undo the motor mounts, and it has to be jacked up to change 2 of the plugs. There's no other way to do it. What a pain in the butt. What a pain in the butt that is.
My cousin, he outsmarted the dealer one time by servicing the transmission. Well, he was servicing the transmission on this Ford Expedition SUV type. Well, those type of vehicles, they don't have a dipstick at all to check the fluid or anything. What is, supposedly you got to take it to the dealer.
Yep.
And the computer has to do it.
Yep.
And what?
Bet you didn't know that.
and it cost $700 just to put fluid in it.
Imagine.
Well, he asked the dealer. He said, "How do you know when this thing's full?" He said they told him that when you see it drain out the drain
Yep.
plug and
It's full.
and it's full. Well, he went and got him one of them grease guns, you know, that you buy, and he filled that thing full of fluid and the
Smart
fluid
man.
and put the hose up in there.
Wait till it to fall out and you're full. Right.
And he just pumped, and he saved up people $700.
And don't you think, Kenneth, they do that on purpose so that you have to go back to the dealership? How hard, think about it, how hard would it be to put an L-shaped rod, like a standard dipstick, from the bottom of the engine, the crankcase, up and to where you can check your oil? Very simple. It's been that way for, 80 years? All cars have had a dipstick except the Model A. So why did they stop doing it? Because people don't say, I'm not going to buy your vehicle unless you make some changes on this thing. And once the vehicle sales would drop because of people complaining, saying, hey, look, put a dipstick in here, dipstick, so that I can buy your truck. Otherwise, I'm going to buy a Chevy. And then they'll change.
Yep.
Right, Mr. Dan?
Yeah.
I'm going to go now because I know I got to feed the raccoons, but I've had a lot of fun with you guys tonight. I enjoyed myself with you guys.
I enjoyed talking with you.
Thank you. I did too.
Yeah.
All of you.
Well, thanks for coming, and you're more than welcome to come again. And
thank you. And any of you guys can join my, when I'm on Sundays from 7 to 9. What time are you on, Dan?
I usually come on about 8 and run to around 10 o'clock. I usually, when Ash Tunes Travels comes on, I usually go over to his, but he's working a fair down in South Carolina this weekend, so it might be after 11 before he comes on.
Okay, that's no problem. But you guys, before you go to Dan's, if you come to me from 7 to 8, then you go to Dan the Mountain Man from 8 to 9 or 8 to 10. So you can kind of check in on all. The whole thing is join each and everybody's live broadcast as best as you can. It doesn't matter what they're talking about. Just do it so that everyone gets a boost. This is what it's all about. And I enjoy talking with you guys. Dan, I'll see you on the avenue somewhere along the way.
Yeah, I usually pop into your
Thank
live
you.
chat
I
before
saw you
turn
come
it
in
on.
tonight. I tried to talk to you, and then I go, Dan's gone. Where'd he go?
I didn't actually get a notification you were live tonight, and I was expecting you.
I put one up. I put 2 promos up. I put 2 early promos. I better check.
I knew you were going to be on, but I didn't. I usually get a notification that when you actually do come on live, and I didn't get it tonight. But
I'll double check my notification thing. I'll double check that, because one I did from the car, one I used Stream Duck here, and I did it right from the car. I mean, I said I got to try this. I got to see if this works. And it worked too. I go, this is cooler than cool. This is great. But thank you guys. I enjoyed the talk, and so we'll see Danielle if you're still out there. Hello, and I forget who else was on here, and we'll do it again real soon. All you guys have fun.
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming up, Jeff, and I'll see you around.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Yeah, Jeff.
Bye.
Thank you much. I'll check out all your stations. I already got you, Dan. Kenneth, I'll check you at Fordman, AKA, and Danielle. She's Troll what?
Troll 9002.
Okay, I'll check her out too. Thanks much. I'll talk to you guys soon.
All right. Thank you. Bye. Yeah. So if you guys get a chance to check out Vacation Station TV, which is Jeff's channel, I think you'll really enjoy it. And of course, All About the Smokies was in here. They do a lot of Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg stuff, and they do a really good job. So if you like the likes of, gives a little bit different flavor, like Yankee in the South. So there's a little bit of different take. So watch all 3, get a different view of each one.
Where was Jeff originally from?
I'm not sure where he was originally from. He's been in radio, so he's been all over the country pretty much. Sure, Danielle. I like your stories, so yeah, so do I.
Mm.
Because he goes on at his live streams get run from 7 to 9, and then mine run from 8 to 10 usually. So, and that's all right in when Yankee in the South does theirs. So, it this gives people a little bit of choice in the matter. And we all stop in on each other's live streams. I think Will and Don have been in here once or twice, especially when I'm running late. Yeah, he's probably busy. They may not shut down until 11 o'clock at the fair, if that's what you're talking about, Danielle. That's what I'm assuming, since I haven't seen anything.
I haven't seen any notification. I got feedback.
Yeah, he's working now.
I'm getting feedback somewhere.
I see you, Danielle. So school's working out good for you, Kenneth?
It is. I'm getting feedback somewhere, and I don't have anything on but StreamYard.
I'm not getting any feedback here, so
Does anybody hear feedback? It is me. Let me try something.
yeah, if you go into your cam and mic settings on Streamlab, there's a anti-echo thing that you can click. Make sure that's clicked, and that may take care of it. So I'm sure
I
you got.
I just did.
Yeah, that might take care of it. See if that takes care of it.
Now I don't need to be on stereo audio, do I?
No, you just leave it that off, but make sure you have the echo thing clicked. That may
Okay.
take care of it.
Okay.
We'll see if
Good.
that takes care of it.
I just unchecked that echo cancellations. What I did. So.
No, you want to have that checked.
Oh, I do want to have that checked.
Yeah, you want to have that checked.
Well, I don't have feedback now.
Yeah, Danielle's not up on the panel, Karen. So you see her in chat, everything's good.
So I want the echo cancellation checked.
Yeah, you want that checked, and you want to leave the stereo unchecked.
Okay. I'm still getting feedback somewhere.
We can figure it out later.
Yes, I did. I did, Spaceman. I really liked it. I still got some left. No, Troll says, Danielle says uncheck them both. Okay.
Well, I got the one checked and the other one not. And it seems to be working for me.
Hang on, man. Let me try it again.
Yeah, give it a try, see what it works. We'll tinker around with it and see what's working.
Okay.
You were
Am
good.
I getting
It
feedback
wasn't.
now?
Huh?
Can you hear me?
I hear you. I hear you fine.
Am I giving feedback in the chat? Can you hear me? Okay, good. All right.
You sound good to me.
I don't hear myself talking now.
Danielle
So
said you did good, sound good.
okay. All right, good.
But
Okay.
Kenneth, if you get down to Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge, you'll have to go into one of the hot sauce stores and try the hot sauces in there.
I'd probably get in there and probably never get out.
Um, yeah, they got just about any kind of sauce you can think of in those stores. I think there's like 4 or 5 on the strip itself.
I've been wanting to go to that Jungle Gyms that Cashew Paul goes to.
Yeah, that would be an interesting place to check out.
Yeah, I've been wanting to go try that place.
Danielle, haven't you heard Halloween's been canceled?
Has it really?
All the things that the city usually does for Halloween, they canceled, so they're
Yeah.
not doing their thing. So it's actually pretty funny that I find it funny that the churches are still doing stuff for Halloween and the city's not. Yeah, the town here, the city here, they've canceled their usual Main Street thing where you go from store to store. But of course, um, some of the stores haven't even been open, and I'm not even sure some of them will reopen it again anyway. All right, Kendra, be safe.
Be safe, Kendra. We just wonder if we're gonna have trunk or treat this year.
Well, my church is doing trunk or treat, or well, actually, what they're doing is um, they're having it where the parents can bring their kids in the car. They don't get out of the car, but they'll have different stations set up, and they'll be doing different activities to entertain the kids from the car, where the kids don't have to get out of the car or anything. And they'll be giving out candy and stuff. Hi, Johnny Hutchins.
Yeah, that's about the safest way to give out candy anymore nowadays.
Yeah, they're calling it the fall festival or something like that as well at my church. So they don't actually call it Halloween. But
I know we don't usually do anything like that.
yeah, I just remember when I was a kid, we'd go do the trick or treating thing up on Main Street, in downtown. Then we'd go to the mall, do the trick or treating around to the stores in the mall, and then the one clothing store, they stopped doing it years ago. But the one clothing store, they would pass out candy, and they would also give each kid $1. But they stopped doing that because there was a lot of people that would come that would like change the costume and stuff and get more than $1. So they stopped doing that several years ago. But you'd go to Main Street, you go to the clothing store, you go to the mall, and then some of the churches would have different activities as well. So all the kids could be high on candy for a while.
I know around my neighborhood, we don't usually hardly have any trick or treaters come by. I remember one year we had a bunch of them come by, and we didn't have any candy to give out, and that was in all the years that we didn't used to not have
I don't know. I don't even think any of the communities around here actually do trick or treat from house to house. We all. It's always just been going to taking your kid to Main Street,
Yeah.
or churches, or to the mall.
Have a good one, Spaceman Dudley.
Yeah, have a good one, Spaceman. Thanks for coming in. I got so it looks like I got 10 people watching. So that's pretty good. So this kind of went a little bit different. I'm gonna try to get some do some trivia. If I don't have to work next Sunday, I'll try to look up and have some trivia questions going, because I actually do enjoy the trivia. I just haven't actually felt like doing it, and been kind of busy with stuff around the house here. And then sometimes just being so tired from work, just kind of crashing. So, but I will work on getting some trivia questions. I do have a sheet of some trivia from before that I could finish up with those other questions. But so yeah, I've been a little disappointing. I've been looking around the store for some stuff to do for taste test videos, but like the stuff I did see, I'm like, I don't want to do that, because that'd be something a little bit too easy to do, and so a lot of other people will be doing it. But I might just go ahead and start doing it anyway, just to have a video to do. But I don't want to really get into a situation like that. I want to be a little bit of want to be a little unique.
Me and Dad, we're gonna try that garlic bean recipe you made out Saturday there.
Yeah, I've actually had a couple of people that have already made it and said that they enjoyed it. So,
and when I do it, I'm gonna dedicate it to you. So.
Well,
I've been wanting. Me and Dad been actually wanting that recipe from Beth Hammer and Joe Hammer. The one where she made those green beans, potatoes, and kielbasa sausage, and mix them all together for the meetup past weekend.
yeah. So, yeah, you went to the
I went to the Big Joe and Malia's World Meetup. Yeah.
yes. How did that go for you? I've seen some other videos from everybody else, and they seem to enjoy themselves.
It was good. I kind of wish that I could have gotten like a vlog, a view of the park and stuff better and stuff, but
Yeah.
with we actually didn't think we was actually going to get to have it because it rained all day Friday.
Oh, that's good, Bob, that they're still doing the trick or treat in Gatlinburg. I actually enjoyed it a couple of years ago. When I had a blast. Guess it's been about 3 years now. Did the was just having spending the vacation over. Oh, is it? Oh, and you're in Ohio. Okay, so you still live actually close enough to Gatlinburg to do a lot of stuff. But you do a lot of stuff in the Gatlinburg Pigeon Forge. So
Do you live up there next to the Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla? Because they live up in that area as well. They live in Ohio.
yeah, there's a lot of people that live in Ohio that um, once a month. Yeah, if you schedule it right, you can do a lot of videos in at least a weekend. Bill, I did get your email. I just saw it, so and I guess I'll get off here in a little bit, but I'll continue talking for a little bit. It wasn't cold a couple of years ago. It was actually it wasn't super warm, but it was comfortable. I was wearing a light jacket, but that's when I kind of crashed Will and Don's live stream, and Will and Don and Mike and Becca talked with me and actually got me gave me my final push to actually get all this stuff going. So I do appreciate those guys. So whenever I'm over, I try to meet up with them at some point. It's and hopefully, wow, I've been on almost 3 hours. Yeah, well, it went to my junk file, so I took it out and put it in the regular stuff. So
I hope to eventually get to meet you in person one day, Dan.
well, we'll work on getting it arranged. All right, Bob, you have a good night and have a good, safe week too. Looking forward to seeing your videos.
Have a good one, Bob.
Yeah, we'll have to figure it out sometime. Yeah, I don't know if next year I'll be able to do Bob's meetup because the my trip to Pennsylvania is gonna pretty much take all my any money that I get saved up for the trip. So he'll probably be doing that, and then just doing little trips over to Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge, because then I don't have to worry about the big huge drive, because Gatlinburg Pigeon Forge is just 2 hours away.
Yeah, I remember him saying a while back he would have came here, but they've got so many restrictions up there in New York.
Yeah, if they came down to Tennessee, they'd have to quarantine for 2 weeks when they went back.
Yeah.
And he couldn't do it at his house, and because Bonnie has to go to work, so he couldn't do it there. He couldn't do it with his downstairs with his brother because his parents are there. So if he actually did catch anything, you'd have to be careful being around his parents.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just be glad when all this mess is over.
Me too.
Because it's put a crump in everybody's plans.
Yeah. I told somebody the other day, 2021 has got to be better than 2020.
Well, I'm not going to say anything about political thing, but I'll be glad when the election's over, just so I can stop getting all the pamphlets.
Yes, amen on that one.
and the phone calls. It's been horrible this year. But it's like I'm getting it from everybody.
You know, since I got this new phone back in, I think it was around June, July, maybe even earlier than that. Maybe sometime in March. I can't remember, but anyway, it's somewhere around then. All I've done is blocked numbers that I don't even know.
Yeah. My mom hits it more on her phone, but I've had to block so many numbers on her phone from that it is political phone
Yeah.
calls. And it's just like, oh gee. And it's for text messages.
Them and car maintenance people, like telling your warranties run out on your car or whatever.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I've been getting those because we had a warranty on my car that we got when we bought the car. And but I just wish I never paid for that warranty. Because every time that I went to go use it, or I needed to use it, or thought that it should be covered by it, I was told, oh, it's already expired. And then they turn around and you're getting a phone call or letter saying that you need to renew it. It's going to expire soon. And so I'm like, this is just a ripoff.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't think it was worth the money now.
Dad told one of them,
And I just don't like dealing with I just usually don't like dealing with the service department of a dealership anyway. I feel more pressure. I feel a little more pressure about buying stuff at in the service department than I do the sales department.
yeah.
And literally, the sales department, I'll usually go in and say, I'm looking for such and such type of car. Show me what you got, and um, and just go, okay, I like this car. How much you want for it? I'm gonna say, well, okay, well, that's a good deal, or tell them it's not, and go somewhere. Tell them I'm going somewhere else because I usually got a loan already pre-approved, so it's like just dealing with cash with them since I do the loan through the bank. So all what I got to do is call up the bank and say, okay, this is how much money, or I already got the money in my bank account and just need to run the debit card to pay for it. So, but yeah, I've never really cared that much for dealing with the car dealership when it comes to service.
Well,
And,
and
and most,
two, they like to do more than what you're wanting them to do without
and,
your permission.
and most of the time you're really good if you got a really good independent uh, mechanic. They'll know a lot more about the car than the dealership mechanic will.
That's what I like about the mechanic that we use. He will now. He'll call if he finds a problem. He'll call and ask us if we want him to go ahead and do it before he does it. He won't just randomly just go ahead and do it. He'll call and ask first.
Yeah, my mechanic, I'll take him in and say, hey, here's the problem. If I kind of know what it is, I'll say, hey, here it is. And um, if it's as long as it's that problem,
Hmm.
they'll go ahead and do it unless it's like an outrageous price. If it's like a couple of $100, they'll go ahead and do it.
Hmm.
If but if it's more than that, they'll give me a call and say, hey, or if they find something else while they're doing it, which has happened, but my mechanic, the people I go to usually don't do that, where they say unless it really is, and I kind of already have an idea that that is a problem, but I don't want to take care of it at the point.
Mm.
So, uh, although here lately I have been a little bit frustrated with my regular mechanic, or where I normally take my car, but they are good to me, so I still keep giving them chances. But I mean, you occasionally if you got in it's like any relationship you have with people, you have your periods where you're at odds with them at some times, but um, if I found I can't say that they've been honest. It haven't where they haven't been not been honest with me. I've always felt like they've been honest with me with the stuff done on my car. I just get frustrated sometimes when I deal with one of them in the shop that uh, at times I don't think he's listening to what I'm telling him when I'm trying to tell him what the problem is.
Yeah, well, that's the way I feel about some of these people in these parts stores. And when I try to go in and explain to them the part that I need, and they want to say, no, that ain't. And I'm like, yes, it is. I know what I'm talking about. And the thing is, I, for example, another example, I was looking for just a short piece of hose, a power steering hose, and the guy tried to tell me that they don't even sell them, and I'm like, all I need is, and he's trying to sell me something totally different. I'm like, no, all I need that, and I'm
Yeah,
like, come on, people. My cousin, he quit dealing with some of his parts because he went in went into a car store and he was trying to tell him that the starter on that vehicle was no good. Well, he took it in there and and the guy tried to tell him that no, it ain't. Said that's the one, and he tried to explain. So he got the manager of that store out there, and he said, "Look, if that man tells you something is that part's bad, that part is bad." He
Yeah,
said, "You either you." He said, "Look, either you make it right, or you're not gonna have a job long." So he he told him, and so he was about ready to. My cousin was about ready to pull that guy, jerk him across that counter because he was spending like over $1,500 in like 1 week. I keep having to go back and forth to tell him that and tried to tell him that part was no good because it. And he said, "No, it's your wiring and harness in your vehicle." He said, "No, I know it ain't. I know better than that." You know, because he'd
yeah,
been around cars all his life. He started learning how to work on cars when he was 9 years old.
yeah,
He rebuilt his first motor when he was 9, 10 years old.
yeah. I don't know that much about cars. I can change my oil.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can change brake pads on some cars, but
yeah,
most of the time I just pay somebody else to do it because I don't want the aggravation. And the last time I changed the brakes on my car, I nearly busted my hand all open. So I just said, forget about it. It's just, it ain't worth the money I'm saving to go through all the hassle of doing that. Um, but my, um, my one car, I could, um, once I got my car jacked up, I could get both sides brake pads, both the passenger and the driver's side, with just taking the tires off, get them all done within 30 minutes, doing both sides. But the car I got now, it's always been a struggle to get the pads off.
hmm
Once I get the pads off,
hmm
everything goes good. But it's just getting the pads off, and it's just frustrating. So I just go ahead and just pay somebody else to do it.
yeah. Well,
And
and a lot of people that I've heard a lot of people they'll wait until they wear so far down that it's metal to metal contact on their rotors, and then they have to have the rotors turned as well at the same time.
yeah, I try not to do that. I try to get the brakes done when it's time to get them done.
Yeah, that's the way we are, right? Because
Because
I've all
I'm not gonna when it comes to brakes, I'm not gonna risk it too bad. Sometimes I do it a little bit longer than I should, but
Mhm.
um, I don't like when it comes to the brakes. I don't like as soon as they start squeaking. I try to start making plans to take it in to get it done. Um,
I always look at a car. A car is like our human body. One part works after another, and if one of them messes up, it's always best to go and have it checked or have it replaced or something before it messes up another part.
yeah,
And I've always used if you want your car to last and to get you from point A to point B, you're gonna have to be the one to
well,
take care of it and maintain it because it's not gonna take care of itself.
yeah. Make sure that you keep your oil changed and keep an eye on your fluids. Change them out when you're supposed to.
Hmm
Um, So biggest thing is keeping your oil changed. If you at least keep your oil changed, that motor will usually run for a pretty good bit of time, especially. Uh, but I've seen some cars take a pretty good beating and have pretty lousy maintenance and still be going pretty good.
Hmm. Yeah, I have two cousins that would they would they'd run that oil a bit. You take that oil pan off her, and that thing would be that stuff would be so thick. It, you'd think it's made with molasses or like pie, slicing a piece of pie. It'd be it'd be so thick.
Yeah, I had a friend that worked at a dealership, and he told me that they had this one car that the people traded in. He said he didn't think they ever changed the oil on it because he said they pulled the plug to change the oil, and that oil was just so black. It was like he said, I don't think the people ever changed the oil in that car.
Yeah. And another thing too, a lot of people they don't think about servicing in them changing the transmission fluid and changing that strainer and that filter either in that transmission because it it does just like that oil filter and that on that motor. Uh, it filters the oil and the transmission filters the uh, transmission fluid in that transmission, and if that gets stopped up, it's not going to pick up enough fluid from the pan uh, to get up in your transmission to grease those parts that it needs greasing.
Well, the sometimes especially in some of the newer cars,
Yeah,
uh, they actually recommend you not doing the transmission. And even on your older cars, it does get to a point uh, where you're actually better off not to service the transmission, because I've heard stories where people that serviced their transmission and then this transmission went out because the transmission was so used to having the bad fluid in it that when they put the new fluid in, it just went out on them.
hmm. I, we haven't had that experience. Now we have had the experience. Well, we've not actually had the experience ourselves, but I have known people that's had the experience. The the vehicle would not move out of its tracks,
Yeah,
and and uh, and a friend of mine that's in a wheelchair. He's in a wheelchair himself, and he's like me. He likes his older cars. Well, he had this Dodge van pickup, a Dodge van or something. It was some type of vehicle. I think it was like a 80 model van or something. Anyway, he had bought it, and he thought he was gonna have to buy a whole new transmission. Well, he called my cousin. He said, "Hey, can you tell me if I'm gonna need to buy?" He said, "Well, let's go this route first. When's the last time it serviced?" And he said, "I don't know, but I just bought it, and I don't know when the guy serviced it or whatever." And he said, "Well, let's just go that route." Well, he bought the parts to service it and the fluid and all that stuff. Well, my cousin helped serviced it and stuff, and he 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 got in that thing and cranked it, and he took off like a scalded dog, like a brand new one. And
yeah.
it pulled right out of its tracks after servicing it. My cousin Hirschbar said that said when he took that transmission pan off her, said that said it looked like that guy never did service it, and he never did hardly keep any transmission fluid in it at all.
Yeah. And it's actually better to, one of the worst things you can do is do that with a transmission is do the, where they do the fluid injection, the flush, the transmission flush.
Oh, well, were they
Yeah.
do the torque converter?
Well, when they flush the fluid in your transmission, change the fluid that way.
Oh.
The all the mechanics that I trust and all the transmission mechanics that I've talked to, they all say it's better just to go ahead and drain the transmission and do it that way, do it manually instead of doing it with the injector, because when you do it with the injector, it will actually push some of the parts around a little bit, and it will cause more damage.
Yeah.
So it's better just to pull the plug and drain it.
Yeah. Well, I actually that truck we had to actually had to have both. I had to have them both serviced, and I had to change both pans on it because neither one of them had a transmission plug to drain the fluid with. So now, because they originally came with the solid transmission pan, so I had to get one that had the drain plug on it because I was having an issue when I serviced it. I was having an issue of trying to hold that thing up with one hand while I take the bolts out. That thing full of fluid, because you got to be careful. You can't let the fluid hit the ground because it'll pollute the ground.
Yeah, and so I don't know if it was this car or the car before this. I had the one of the fuel filters changed, and and I bought the car. When I bought the car, it was already it was probably already like 8 years old when I bought the car, and and the mechanic changed the fuel filter, and he was talking to me afterwards. He said, I think what we pulled off was the original fuel filter." I said, he goes, I think that's the first time the fuel filter's been changed on the car. But it's little things like that. I mean, you think about changing the oil, but you don't think about changing the changing out the fuel filter and stuff like that. And,
Yeah. Well, yeah. A lot of people they don't think about that thing. It's that fuel injection, or even if it's like ours carbureted, it's gotta breathe like us, like we do with lungs. And if that thing's getting stopped up or whatnot, it's not gonna. It can't breathe.
yeah.
It's not gonna operate right.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and close this out. I appreciate everybody coming. I
Okay.
got to go take care of Raina. She's wanting to go out.
Oh, how's your dog doing?
She's doing good, other than being old. I think her back leg's hurting her now from age. I think she might be getting arthritis in it, but
Yeah.
she's doing all right. She's still getting up and around.
Okay. Thanks,
Thank you for
thanks
coming
for
in,
allowing me
Dan.
to come on, Dan.
And I'll see you later, Bill.
Good night, everyone in the chat.
Yeah, thanks for coming up, Kenneth, and thanks for talking.
All right, you're welcome.
Appreciate you not sitting there being quiet.
Bye, everyone. Good night, everyone.
I guess Ashtunes is not doing a live stream. Haven't seen a notification for him, but I didn't even get a notification for anything. So, all right, guys. Well, I enjoyed chatting with all of you, and appreciate you coming in and checking things out. I'll see you guys later, and I'll try to get the trivia set up for next week. So, and hopefully have some good news and stuff, and be able to talk about some things that I've been working on. Hopefully, I can get those moving in a correct direction. So, yeah. So we'll see what my work schedule is. Pretty much almost guaranteed I'll be working next Saturday. So, all right. Well, thanks again, guys, and I'll see you guys later. And everybody be safe and have a good week.